Hi everyone, it's Michelle from Country Morning Creations, and I'm here with a flip through of my first journal for sale in 2020. I've had a really busy Christmas season. I made a lot of gifts for people, for my kids. I did a Bible cover for a friend. So this was the first time I've actually had a chance to sit down to make something to put in my Etsy shop. So what I've done, this is exclusively a printable kit by Dots Studio Design. So there's two S's in the middle there. They contacted me and asked me to do some design team work for them. So I love this kit because navy blue and roses are two of my favorite things. If you look at my wardrobe, it's like all navy blue, and I love roses. So I decided to get creative. I wanted to do some mixed media on the cover, and so there's a lot going on here, but I think it turned out great. So we'll just start at the top. What I did was I created a base piece. I've heard some people call these toppers for their journals, and I think that's an excellent way to describe it. So I created a piece here that I used the blue wood with polka dots on, and then I cut the corners using a hole punch. This is a Tim Holtz tab or book plate that I've attached with brads, and then I actually have a typewriter. So I wrote the word Cherish right here, and I typed that out on my typewriter. So that is hand typed, not from a printable. Then I have some Tim Holtz die cuts, and I use this. This is the butterfly one. This is some vintage French music back here. And then this is some vintage, I don't know if you can see, there's not much of it peeking out, but there actually is some vintage French. That's a receipt. This was a printable from the kit, and this is more of that Tim Holtz, and I've put 3 little flowers here with their little pearls on them. I did some lace on the bottom, and you can see more of that blue polka dot down here. And I actually stitched all the way around it, as well as stitching this piece here. And then I have, this is a Tim Holtz safety pin with a little heart and a little key. Then for the spine, the whole thing is covered. This is a red linen. It's actually an upholstery fabric, so it is really durable, and I put the ridges on it. So I really like that. The whole thing is hardcover. Oh wow, and dirty. I will get this all cleaned up before it ships. The whole thing is a hardcover with a 1.5 inch spine here. And then I've decided backs of books should not be plain. So this one is a ticket that I cut out of the same print with a little flower and some, what is this stuff? Cheesecloth behind it. And then this was a Nick the Booksmith The End piece on it. And then if we come around on the top, these are tags that are sticking out, and there's lots of sewing. So if you don't like sewing, you might as well just turn this off right now because there's tons of sewing in here. I probably went a little crazy. I know I finished off a whole spool of thread using this. So I've done a couple of different tabs, kind of grungy tabs on the top, and yes, I have ink on my finger. And then on the side, you'll see that I did a variety. It's closed with coffee dyed seam ribbon, and then I have bits of lace kind of on the side, and I've attached these Tim Holtz bulb pins to them. So this one is a heart, this one is a clock, this one is a key. If I can get this to sit correctly in here, there we go. This one is a key, and then this one is a little, I'm not even sure what you would call that, but it's got a little girl in it with some stones around the outside edge. And I'm really glad that I put a secure closure on this because this is already a chunky monkey. As you can see, it's wanting to gap open already. I did stuff it. I wanted this to be decadent is the word I would love to use for this. So we're going to get in it. One of the things I realized afterwards is all of my pages stick out about 1/8 of an inch from the edge. That's because I make a couple of different kinds of covers, and this was a cover that was slightly smaller than another cover that I made, and so they do stick out about 1/8 of an inch. On the inside, I've again used that polka dot paper, which I absolutely love. Tucked behind this coin envelope is just a piece of paper that you could journal on, and that's part of the printable kit as well. And then I made a coin envelope. This is from the kit, and this is also from the kit. I love this with the stripes. Let's see if I can get it back in. And I am going to point out that my sewing machine, the top tension, the thread popped out of the tensioner, so it kind of did this cool pattern around the edges. It's not a normal zigzag, but I put it up on Instagram and said, hey people, what do you think I should do? And everyone agreed that I should just leave it. So I did. Thank you all for your feedback. And then again, lots of these gorgeous papers in here. This is some genuine paper. I believe I got it from, oh, I'm not even going to try now. I get a lot of stuff either from Instagram or Etsy that are genuine antique pieces, and this is an old piece. Yep, that's an old piece, and you'll see more of it. And here's the lace with the girl on it. And I like to leave my pages pretty blank, and like this is just a fold over spot that I've added. Here's another tuck spot with a large tag. If I can get this out, I'll show it to you. There we go. So I have 3 large tags in here, and they are 8.5 inches tall, so they take up a whole tuck spot area. This is this is from a typewriting book. That's what that is. I bought a typewriting book. This is a Tim Holtz pocket, and you'll see in it, it's full of all kinds of goodies. It has some tickets. These are actually genuine old French calling cards and some other pieces. Lots of blank coffee dyed. So I'll talk a little bit about my coffee dyed paper. This paper is 28 pounds, so it's a little bit heavier than your classic. It's acid free, and then I acid neutralize the coffee I'm using with baking soda, so this should fall into that acid neutral range. And then I always use a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. I just really feel like that is the most secure. I took some seam binding and did some seam binding ruffles. Again, this is more of that typewriter. These were actually part of the kit, so I love these little upper tuck spots. Again, postcards. Again, this is all from that navy blue and roses kit. And this is genuine antique French music. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? So, yes, I drooled over this so much. More journaling cards. Like I said, I kind of just filled this up. Tracing paper. It's actually more like tissue paper, and of course some Edith Holden. I couldn't resist. I didn't want to leave these out, so I just tucked them in. So a postcard and another journal card here. And more of that tissue paper. It's called tracing paper, but it really is more of a tissue paper. So this actually is a old dictionary page, and I think cherish is one of the words. I'm not seeing it. It may be at the other end of this. We may find it at the other end. Then this is a tuck spot. It's by Terry Wood, but I see, wow, my mind is drawing a blank today. Yvonne Preston does this one. So this is more Yvonne Preston. And this is one of those ones that completely folds out, so you have plenty of writing space. And so I did one of those. So I tried to do a different kind of pocket in each of these different places. So that just tucks there, and then that goes there, and this goes behind everything, and it just all goes back in. And lots of blank. Here's another one of the large tags that I did, and this is a Tim Holtz stencil behind it, so this is just cardstock with some layering done. And I use, unlike most people who use vintage photo, I don't find that to be dark enough. So I actually use gathered twigs. So let's see if Cherish, oh, I can't find it, but I know it was on here. So it's somewhere on this page. And then more of this gorgeous blue paper. And another upper tuck spot or banner here with a bingo card and a postcard and another piece of paper, just all tucked together. And that all just tucks right up in there. Another seam binding ruffle. I love those. I'm not sure why. I'm really into those. This I'm gaga over. I ordered, this is mulberry paper, and I got it from Amazon. I think Nick the Booksmith recommended it also, but I am in love with this. It has the same feel as tissue paper, and it's just, amazing. More printables and a postcard, our journal cards. Hang on. I have water. It's really dry here in Colorado. And yes, it's snowing again. There's the clock. More blank pages, more printed pages. I thought this was really cute. This is a Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company receipt from 1972. And then this is genuine French. This is another import paper, but it's genuine French. I have a belly band here with a tuck, with a journal card, a postcard, and then this is an envelope, but I left it open so you could actually journal inside of that as well. And one other thing I'll show you real quick, you can tuck everything behind the belly band, but this is also a belly band. So you can tuck things in both places if you would like. And more of this. Oh, this is a pocket. I forgot to put anything in that pocket. Well, let's stick something in it real quick because I hate to have a blank pocket. But this is loose, and that's more of that polka dot paper. And I'll probably add a couple more things to that pocket before I send it out as well. Here is another one of these really large tags, so there's tons of room to journal on the back with these large tags. I love those. Then I have a tuck spot here, and this is one of the labels, and I've just tucked another one, and I love this image of this rabbit. Love, love, love it. And this is some more stuff with another seam binding ruffle, and we come to the end where I have just a side pocket, and I've tucked another one of those in and another piece of paper. You could call it an envelope also. And then you'll see down here, this is my Country Morning Creations. I just use a sticker so that it's on there. And that's that. And then, of course, the back with the end at the end of it. So I hope you've enjoyed this flip through. I hope that you found something that might inspire you to be creative today. As of this time of my recording it, this is not sold, but it is going up in my Etsy shop. I will have it listed shortly, so it should be up listed before this video even releases. So thanks so much for taking time to take a look at my newest journal, and I hope you are inspired to be creative today.